Hey guys, how's it going? Crunchie here, welcome back to another video. So today, I thought I'd put Facecam into the Q&A because I thought it'd be quite interesting to do it this way. I apologise for like all the light in the background now. My window's open right there. My lamp broke, as I told you guys in the last video. If you missed that, the links are down below. But I got this brand new chair, the GT Omega racing chair, which is a black leather version. It's awesome, it's comfy, I love it. So if you want to go and check out that video, all the links and that, like I said, for the chair will be down below if you want to go and check that out. But, like I said, doing a Q&A today, so I've got the questions right here. I'm going to try and do this without messing up. I think we've already set up. Right, we're on the first question already. So before I get into this, start the first question, the footage in the background, I'm not honestly too sure what it is. I have recorded it already, but I recorded it last night when I was super tired, so I'm not really too sure what it is, but it's Slayer of some sort, so yeah. But let's go ahead and kick off this first question, which is from Godver555, and they say, why don't you use Revolution? I see you sometimes don't use abilities. So this was in relation to my last video, and bear in mind I had no idea this was happening. So for some reason my combat settings changed themselves to manual, and I thought it was still on Revolution. I use Revolution all the time, so I had like 5 or 6 different questions. Sorry about just hitting the table. I have about 5 or 6 different questions on yesterday's video, the last progress video. I'm just saying yesterday because it's actually Friday today, because I'm making this in advance, but I had about 5 or 6 different questions on that video, basically asking me about Revolution, and the reason it wasn't on, like I said, was completely like accidental. I don't know why it wasn't on. Normally I have it on, but I have answered most of you in the comments section just explaining that, but for some reason it changed to manual, so that was really weird, and I didn't actually find out until after I recorded that clip. So if this clip you're watching right now is actually on manual as well, then that is an utter fail, but hopefully fingers crossed it isn't. But thank you for your question, that was a good one, and that is pretty much the answer. So next up is a question from Lewis, and he says, have you ever considered PVMing with viewers? Yes, I have. When I used to do streaming, we used to go PVM. I used to do some duo Slayer. I used to do a lot of bossing. I actually used to go bossing quite a lot of people. I used to go like every evening with some guys. So that was a lot of fun, but recently I haven't been doing it as much. Mainly it's just because I'm eating hair. It's mainly because I have been working on my Slayer so much, so because it's my massive goal right now, it's what I'm going for. But I mean, anyone can tag along, I really don't mind. Just hop in the FC, find out where I am. I always tell people where I am, so it's easy to find me anyway. So in terms of meeting up for like an actual date, not a dating site, but you know what I mean, like an actual specific day, I mean, I normally used to do that on live streams, like I said, so that's kind of hard to pinpoint when to do it because I never know when I'm actually busy. I could say I'm free, but I'm not, so I don't really know. It's really, like I said, just join the FC, ask me a time. I try to stick to it as much as possible. I understand I haven't been doing that very well recently, but I am trying my best. So if you want to PVM with me, like I said, I'm completely open to it. Just let me know, join the FC, all that stuff, and I'll get back to you. But thanks for the question. Next up is a question from Samuel, and he says, Q&A question, how long have you been doing YouTube and what got you into it? Okay, so this is a good question. I started this channel in 2012 and I started posting a few random like money making guides. I think I got to around 50 subs and I quit. It wasn't like quit obviously because I'm still here, but I think it was something to do with schoolwork. I didn't have enough time for and stuff like that, so I'm not really too sure to be honest with you guys, but that was in 2012, I think it was November or something like that, and I guess I've been on it ever since. Obviously I've been like years break and stuff like that, but I guess that was really when it started, so if that answers that part of the question. Although before I made this channel I had another one as well, which was, it had the same name, it was actually just called Crunchie Bars, so I had that one, but there's a whole massive like disturbing backstory on that, which is why I left that channel. I had some people that were like stalking me and stuff like that, which was, it was so weird. So I actually am going to make a story on that on my second channel. So if you want to go and listen to that, it'll probably be up within a week or two. I'm not really too sure when, but it'll be up within a week or two. So if you want to go and listen to that, just feel free to go over and subscribe. All the links are down below and also on my channel as well. But I mean, I've been posting a lot of stories on that channel. You guys seem to like it, so cheers for all the support on that one. But yeah, that was a bit off topic, but in answer to your question, pretty much been doing YouTube probably since around 2010, but obviously not on this channel. And what got me into it was probably just the thought of people actually liking my content and wanting to watch a video just because, you know, they like me or they like the content I post. Just the overall sort of trying to entertain people has always been something that I enjoyed, so that's the reason why I made it. I had a couple of inspirations from people, but that was way back then, but yeah, that's the reason why. Alright, next up is a question from Will, and he says, why not work at GameStop? So this is in response to my previous Q&A where I said about my job, and actually funny story, which I'll actually be making another story on my channel as well, on the other one. I got into so much trouble at work today, so much trouble. They actually put like a file note on me for 6 months, stuff like that. It was really stupid. It was such a stupid reason, and it's just like, I'm really fed up with where I work right now. I'm not going to give details on where I work. I've had a couple of questions saying, which one do you work at, stuff like that. I'm not going to go into that, but I pretty much work in a supermarket, but I work for like the DVDs and games and stuff. There was this one weekend, I think it was last weekend, the weekend of the last Q&A, and I cooked something up with someone and it just completely screwed the store over, I guess, kind of. I think they're making it into like more of like a bigger thing than it needed to be. But pretty much there's like all this talk about if it goes wrong, like the store manager could be fired, you could go to court and all this stuff. So it's a bunch of rubbish really, but I don't know, it's just what they're saying. But I will make a story on that because it's just so annoying. It was such a stupid reason, so look out for that as well. But one, I work at GameStop. Honestly, I don't know where the nearest GameStop is to me. I have a Game, which is just called Game. There's also HMV near me. I could work in there. But seriously, with my job, seriously, with my job though, I am quitting very, very soon because I can't deal with it much longer. Just the hassle of everyone. I've been there for a long time, nearly 3 years now, and it's just getting a bit like, I've been there for a long time. I'm not a child. Don't treat me like a child. You know, it's that sort of thing. So I'm leaving very soon. So I mean, GameStop, I think, like I said, I'm not really too sure where the nearest one is. I'm pretty sure it's about half an hour away, so it's possible, but I don't know, there's plenty of ones that are close to me. There's a Game like 5 minutes from me, so I could work there if I wanted to. Okay, next up is a question from, I'm not too sure how to say this name. I want to say Biosyn or Biosyn or Biosyn, I'm not too sure, so I apologise for that. But he says, not sure if you answered this already, but what are the odds about you making old school series? So I made a video on this on Monday, which was pretty much just addressing this question because I had quite a lot of people asking me if I would do this. You're not the only person. And yes, I have answered it on Monday's video, but I'll go through it again briefly with you guys, just in case you missed the last progress video or that video as well. So I'm not going to be making any old school videos as of right now. I'm working on my main account on RS3 because it's what you guys want. I think someone left a comment on that video and it got like 26 thumbs up, which is insane. So I'm listening to you guys on this one, and to be honest, I don't mind if I don't make old school at all. It's just what I got asked. I was just addressing it in a video. I wanted the topic for the video, and it was a good topic, so that's what I went for. But honestly, I'm not making any old school videos right now. So yeah, I apologise about that, but I hope you understand, and hopefully that answered your question. So next up, this is actually the last question, is from DopeSniper00, and he says, hey Crunchie, why don't you ever do QBD? This question I get asked so many times. Honestly, I'm more of a, I don't know how to explain it, but QBD I think would be pretty fun. I like KBD, I know it's like a newbie boss, but I enjoy KBD quite a lot. I'm not really too sure of this. I like God Wars Dungeon, I think that's pretty awesome, but things like a Raxor and stuff like that, I have the stats to go and do it, but I just don't. I don't know why. Like, I'm max combat nearly. I'm like 137, the only combat level I need is summoning, so I can pretty much do it, but I don't understand, like, I have no motivation for it. I thought I would, but I don't, and I would love to do it, and I think once I do it once, I will probably end up doing it loads, because I know it's a good moneymaker for one, and the XP I'm not really too sure on, but I presume it's decent. So honestly, I don't know why I've never done it, but I will try and do it very soon. I just need to sort of, like I said, focus on my goals right now. I guess that's the only thing that's just keeping me away from it. Just want to focus on my goals, but I understand you guys want to see bossing as well, so I'll put it in a video very soon. I will try it and hopefully not die. I'll probably record the first time ever doing it live as well, so if I die it'll be even funnier. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question. Like I said, I didn't really understand why I don't do it. My mindset is just never for it, but I guess I'm more of a God Wars Dungeon sort of person, but either way, I'll give it a try. Thank you for the question though, it was awesome. So, like I said, that was the last question, so thank you so much for submitting them. There were a few more as well, but they were sort of repeated, so they were like these questions that I've answered. So if I missed out your question and it was similar to any ones that you've just seen, that is why, or I might have already answered it in the comment section as well, that's another reason. But either way, like I said, thank you so much for sending them in. Okay, so before I go ahead and end off this video, there are a couple of things I want to go through. So number one, my accent. I get so many comments on my accent every single day. It's crazy. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about my accent, because obviously having it your whole life you don't really hear your own accent or whatever, but obviously you do hear it, but you know what I mean. You get used to it and you don't really realise that it's, you know, that different and what people aren't used to hearing. So I get this, like I said, this comment so many times, and I think it was on maybe my last video or the old school video, but someone was actually having a conversation about my accent and like discussing whether I was from the north of England or the south of England, and to be honest, I'm I think I'm not good at geography. I'm more south than London, but not all the way at the bottom. So if that puts that in perspective, I do apologise. Like I said, geography is not my specialty. I think the highest grade I ever got in geography up to year 9 was like, I think it was like a 5C or I remember getting a 3A at one point. 3A, if you guys know what that is in the UK. It is bad. That was in like year 7. That is bad grades, but it just never came naturally to me. I blame it on my mum because she's not good either. But also, I wanted to say that my second channel is doing so well, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. It's on 272 subs already, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Thank you so much for all the support on the videos. Like I have mentioned a couple of times already in this video, I'm not going to go into much detail, but I post stories on there now, which are actual like life stories, not just ones I make up, like a bedtime story, but they're real life stories and they're quite big to me, so I appreciate all the feedback I get on them, and you guys actually leave your own stories on them, which is insane. But yeah, I really just wanted to say, you know, a huge thank you for everything you've done recently. The supporting, the likes, the comments, feedback, everything like that has been perfect. So thank you so much guys for all of that, and I can't seriously thank you enough. I mean, waking up in the morning to positive feedback and everything like that is just an incredible feeling, so seriously thank you so much. But that is pretty much it for today's video guys. Thank you so much for watching. One more question I have for you guys in this Q&A is every single Monday from now on I'm making a topic video with webcam, just a chill video, so if you have any topics you want me to talk about, leave them down below. It can literally be anything, it can be real life, it could be Runescape, any games, anything like that guys. Let me know down below, drop the video a massive thumbs up if you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video.